Ladies and gentlemen, we got bananas in chat from I Love Cats, Pony Butts, Dear Shemmy, Jimmy, Glyphin, Joe Plain Jordan, 86KRL, Mouse Fan, Ed Network, Rod Knight UK, Josh Cummins, Spangleboo, Tiny Small 69, Bill Cooper Hicks, D Jomi, Gomi, DGOmi, blah 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 blah. Hello everyone, welcome to another live stream. My goodness me, am I out of it today? My brain has been on autopilot, like complete and utter autopilot all morning. Welcome back everyone. Today I got my internet back after it's been gone for a couple of days. Feels really weird. I was sort of planning the day as if I couldn't use the internet, and now it's back. I was like, we've got to do a live stream. So when I wasn't streaming, we had new subscribers: Quef78, Tiger Tug 8, Whiplash, Ready Rainfire, all subscribing when I wasn't even live. So thank you to all of you if you're here, appreciate that. And Blaze Junkie 82 has just resubscribed for 14 months in a row. And Bleed Green has resubscribed for 2 months in a row, saying, I've just killed the dragon for the first time in legit survival MC. It's been a good day, let's stream. Well, congratulations on your dragon slaying. Hi, back in the base. We're going to be working on the base today, peeps. I kind of want to tidy up this area a little bit more and remove more. Now you can hit. Oh, there it is. I didn't throw an ender pearl. I just heard this endermite for ages before I was recording. Wait, it's got. No! Didn't that say like Emmylou? So someone came here and name tagged it. Oh, I feel really bad now. I completely missed that. Well, there you go. Is that a derp? That's a derp, isn't it? No! Okay, one derp. Oh, it made me... It shouldn't do that. It shouldn't make me jump in Minecraft, or maybe it does. Huh. What if I press these keys? Oh. Hang on, this is odd. So on my second keyboard... Weird. So the spacebar is derp. It made me jump. The second keyboard... Oh. Okay, there is some funkiness going on with my keyboards today. I'm pressing keys and things aren't happening. Like when I'm moving around, it's just like, oh, I'm supposed to be moving in that direction, yet the key isn't working. That kind of thing. Stuff that won't make sense to you because you ain't pressing the keys, okay? Stop thinking X is a weirdo and a derp talking about strange stuff. It makes sense. It really does. Alright? Oh, it's good to be back. Idris the Dragon subscribed using Amazon Prime. Thank you for subscribing. And also, hang on, let's say this properly. Cameo Wetzel subscribed using Amazon Prime as well. Thank you so much. If you have Amazon Prime, you can use it to subscribe to people on Twitch if you feel like doing so. I shouldn't have destroyed that bit right there. We'll have to put that little bit back. There we go. There we go. Back to normal. So, oh, I want to talk about not having the internet. That's always... It's like, as soon as the internet goes, you realise how much you use the internet. And it's kind of annoying because, oh well, I'll just watch some Netflix then. No, wait, the Netflix requires the internet. Oh well then, I'll just look up some guitar tabs. No, the guitar tabs require the internet. You know, there's nothing, all of a sudden it feels like there's nothing you can do. So yesterday I had this awful day of driving around town to get to my parents' house to upload the video for you. And there was this weird bug on YouTube that made it look like it would publish incorrectly. And so I had to, yeah, go back and forth, like getting videos from my house to upload them to YouTube, to then find out that the computer had turned itself into hibernation mode when uploading, and just constantly back and forth and back and forth. It took me all day to get the video to you. And today, I don't want to do any recording. I'm just going to stream and that's it. I'm done. I'm done for today. That's all you're going to get. X, your thoughts on Eurovision, says Rapid Or. I got a tweet earlier. I've said before, it's not something I watch. I don't really watch stuff like that. It's not the kind of music I'm into. I don't like it when music is like part of the whole, you know, business. Like when it's part of the factory, so to speak. Some of you know what I'm talking about. I can't really be bothered to explain it because my brain is garbled today. Brain is definitely garbled. So we got a resubscribe for 8 months in a row from Link Sylvester saying, wow, 2/3 of a year already. Congrats. 2/3 indeed. Instant mining dirt is so satisfying, says Andy. It is, isn't it? It is. We've got to get rid of tons of dirt in this area. Which bit should we hit up next? This corner? Should we try and get a corner done? We just got to be hitting up dirt, 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 basically. Hello, sorry, what's going on in this stream, said Wardism. Just removing dirt, tidying up the base, making progress, basically. Doing the stuff that I do in my episodes, but don't really want to do them too much anymore now. I think this kind of activity is now for live streaming. We want to make some progress in our base, so I need to clear this area of all the mycelium, get rid of all the dirt, all that kind of stuff. So we're just doing some grind. Just doing some grind, okay? Asuma, did you know that Biffer is streaming, says Zumi. A couple of people have said that. Is he streaming on Beam? Because he's not streaming on Twitch, as far as I can tell. Coopsy says he's also not on the server, so he'd be streaming something else. Coopsy says, X, I have a suggestion for vanilla tweaks. What about the old leather armor texture without those weird lines? I believe that's already part of the pack, if I'm not mistaken. And now AdsWatch says, X, Biffer is streaming. Why do people keep telling me that Biffer is streaming? I don't know why you're telling me that someone else is streaming. Also, you're telling me someone who isn't streaming. If he is streaming, he's not streaming on Hermitcraft as well. Is it like a new meme? Nobody riot now, says Morning X. Morning, nobody riot now. Reminder, everyone, nobody riot. Rioting's not allowed here. Right. Oh, look at me shovel. Look at me shovel. Did you see it change? Did you? Oh, what's going on with that shovel? It's a little bit different, I believe. I believe it's a little bit different. Fix your shovel, says Boom Boy. I know it's different, but I can't fix it now. It's going to be like that until I use it some more, and then it gets even worse. Right, let's do this little bit here. I heard a funky noise in my ear right there. That's what I heard. It's Nobby Nuts resubscribing for drum roll, please. That's why the noise is special. I was going to make a drum noise sound effect and immediately realised that I'm not a sound effects person. Drum roll, please. Insert sound effects here. Nobby Nuts says, nah, can't be 2 years already. Ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Enjoy your diamond face in chat. Nobby, feel free to spam and show off your diamondy face. You have my permission. Nightbot might say no if you type too many messages, though. That's always a problem, isn't it? It's very dark in this corner. I do like this, though. Look at our shovel. That is a clear... And there it goes again. Bam! Do you see it? Did you see it? What's going wrong with our shovel? It's breaking before our eyes. That's awesome. I like that a lot. I think there's like one more stage as well. Are you going to put grass instead of mycelium, says James. I've been thinking about it. I have been thinking about it. Initially, my plan was to avoid grass entirely. I think there'll be places where there is grass and places where there isn't. But, got a long way to go. Like, changing an entire island like this doesn't happen overnight. So we've just got to keep chipping away, and when it's decision time, we'll go over there and figure out what we're going to change it to. So I just want to see the spade go down to the next level, really, before we do too much more here. Supex, do you like tabletop RPGs, says Vladimir. I've never played one. They don't particularly look like my cup of tea either. I'm a musician guy more than a gamer. And yesterday I was playing my 8-string guitar. I went to the guitar shop and asked for some help because it sounded awful. And they suggested that before I start buying gear and like pedals and stuff, and I got some good advice on what sort of pedals to get, that I should try adjusting my pickups. So I raised my pickup so it was closer to the string, and straight away it sounded really, really good. And then I spent the evening learning to play lots of Meshuggah songs, which was really, really fun. For any Meshuggah fans who know the song Demiguire, I can pretty much play the whole of that. Like, it's not like a great cover of it, if you want to call it a cover. I can pretty much play that song now. I really got to work on like tightening up my performance of it. Oh no, look! What's going wrong with my shovel? It's going to break soon, peeps. You can tell by looking at it. So yes, anyway, I was pleasantly surprised that I had the ability to play the 8-string. And I can even play that song standing up, and it is nuts. You cannot put your hand... You can't put your hand on it like a clamp because the fretboard is so big. You have to... It's hard to describe, but you have to imagine you're holding the guitar, your hand, like it were a clamp, like your fingers are flat. You have to put your thumb sideways on just so you can reach the frets. It's kind of crazy. X, what is wrong with your shovel? Says Ginmax. It's been put to work, man. This shovel has really been doing the work, I tell you. Look, it is worn down. It is all kinds of worn out right now. It looks great. It looks absolutely great. That was put together by the Vanilla Tweaks team, by the way. Oh, we... Aha! There's my mending one. That's awesome. I love that. We had a suggestion to do it with armor as well, which I thought was kind of a cool idea. But I think armor, you'd see it much... Well, you wouldn't really see it, and it wouldn't be terribly useful. Or maybe you would. I don't know. Do you do live music or use software? Says Vladimir. I think I know what you're asking with that. I don't do a lot of like techie stuff with the computer. That's initially what I was doing, but now I just plug into the amp and play along to my like favorite songs. That's how I play guitar. Make It Rain says I figured it was Vanilla Tweaks. Yes. What we're looking at there with the tools is Vanilla Tweaks. You can go to assumeavoid.com to get your Vanilla Tweaks pack. You can choose it. You can make it, you know, how you want it to be. Customize the things in vanilla you want changed. You can put those tools in there. You can put other things or just the tools. And also, if you go to assumeavoid.com, you can find the mob heads. We're going to work on that actually today. I want to get another sheep done this stream, which I should probably do straight away. So, okay, there's noises in my ear. I need to drink some tea. We need to dye some sheep. Let's call that the cut-off point, and let's not do any more digging in this spot for now. We need some wheat, which means we need some bone meal. Then we need some dyes. I'm going to take this stuff over here, and we're going to use it all as dyes. So this is how you do cactus farming like a pro, peeps. Okay. When you break the block, the sand falls down, and you harvest all the cactus. It's the most efficient way possible to make a cactus farm. Little bit of sarcasm there, just in case you didn't know. Got to specify it, as always. Don't want someone going off and making a break the block cactus farm, finding out that it's naff. We're going to rebuild this basically. I think I need to eat as well. Yeah, I need to eat. Mr. Jury says, hey X, have you ever played guitar with other people? I find that playing in bands is the best way to improve your playing. I can understand that actually, yeah. Only like occasionally, like or briefly. I don't know. Okay, hang on. Need more hotbar spaces. But yeah, not seriously enough to really make anything of it. One-time use cactus farm, says BG character. Exactly. So noises in my ear that I've missed. Stormageddon Thompson Mason. There's so many words there, and they all bleed together. I'm sorry for butchering your name. Has subscribed. Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate that. Randy Nicole 2002 is here, resubscribing for 25 months in a row. Incredible. Says, I raise my cup of English breakfast tea and salute you. Thank you, my friend. I've got a cup of tea here as well, which I desperately need to drink. So we've got to catch up with these. James Shopland is here, resubscribing for 13 months in a row. Thank you for your wonderful support, buddy. Really do appreciate that. And Daniel Cypher is here with a donation. A noise in the ear saying Batman doesn't talk. Batman doesn't talk? I'm sure Batman talks. Saying, by the way, our squid farm using Guardians is working wonderfully. That is great to hear. That is a really interesting design. Mumbo, by the way, has been like AFKing. So every now and then, like there's no mobs spawning anywhere. And you go over to Mumbo's area and there's just loads of Guardians. So it's definitely a thing that you can do. I guess, though, on the Patreon server, there's so many people playing all the time that the mob cap will be insane. Because there is... Guys, if you didn't see my tweet, there's this ocean monument on the Patreon server that has an absolute ton of Guardians spawning in it. And they make a squid farm, because squid spawn there and then they kill them. Pretty cool stuff. Right, that'll do. The rest of this needs to go into a Ferni, as Iskal has got me saying. Very good. And let's read the next one. I Love Cats is here with a donation saying, hey, X, don't read out loud. Well, I won't read out loud then. I feel like this is actually one that I should read. Oh, there you go. You can read it out right now. I'm just in a goofy mood right now. Hope you have a great day, mate. Thank you. Appreciate the support. Appreciate both those donations, by the way. Thank you very much, Daniel, as well. I Love Cats. Just confirming that he's not actually a cat and that he's a person. Oh, funny stuff. Right. I'm going to drink some tea. Also got a donation here from Rocky Avalon with a do not read out loud message. So I'm going to have a look at that. Rocky, I added you on Discord so you can message me now. Basically on Discord I get messaged and friend requested all day long, and it's really distracting. Trying to make a video in Discord is like popping up, so I disabled all of that stuff. I found out a way to do it. So if anyone who does talk to me on there, you'll just have to get in touch and I have to add you. But anyway, yes, Rocky, I will look into that. However, there's a very particular way that we need to do those things in order to make it work without lagging. But yeah, I can show you how to do that. Right. And, right, catching up with everything. Trainboy100 has done a cheer and thrown some bits at me, saying, long time YouTube sub, never usually awake when you stream. Happens to be that I can't sleep tonight, so glad to see you stream, France. Oh, well, it's nice to have you here, buddy, and thank you for the support. This is not quite my regular streaming time, though. Usually I'll be streaming about two or 3 hours before this. Yeah, today's late because I woke up late because I had a lay-in, since I didn't need to, you know, do anything because I thought my internet was going to be off, and then I found out that actually the internet has been back for quite some time. I could have used it yesterday and I didn't realise, which I was at first I was kind of annoyed with, but then I realised here's the thing, like I think this the internet going down like teaches you a lesson that you rely on it a lot. And that there's other stuff that you want to do, but the internet's always like pulling you in a different direction. So I feel like I decided, what did I start talking about? just mid-sentence, I'm like, what am I talking about here? What's my point? I think moving forward, I'm going to try and invest more time into just getting off the computer and playing guitar and doing other things, you know. Rev Dragonus says, totally wasn't expecting the next stream. Last I heard, there was no internet. Glad you're back. Yes. The internet came back this morning. I got it back, although technically it was there yesterday. I didn't realise it. Alright, so alright, we've got some more dirt around here. Actually, what we were trying to do was dye the sheep. I think lime would be the best one to do next. We also need to take some bones over there to breed them, so let's take that. And I believe there's some more cactus dye somewhere around here. Let's do a little bit of digging while we wait then. Cuplex says, yes, when my internet was out once, I read the entire book series of The Hobbit. And I bet you really enjoyed it, and I bet you struggled to convince yourself to get off YouTube and read a book again. It's just the way it goes. Or at least that's what I'd be like. But seriously, it's it was probably a good thing to have it away for a while, even though it was frustrating, and like I spent most of the time just going back and forth across town trying to get this video out for you guys. Shulkerhead says, Jeopardy. Yep, it's in the pack. Lime Sheep says, I'm red and you're not. Lime Sheep, not a red sheep. Okay, we got a donation here, noise in the ear, from RD Dragon Emperor saying, keep up the work, I'm really loving the Full Craft series. I'm glad you're liking it, buddy, that's good to hear. If you do enjoy the Full Craft series, you know, let me know a message in chat, because I really enjoy Full Craft, but modded is always just, it's constantly, like, you constantly run into problems and think, am I doing this right, you know? Is this going the way I want? At the moment, the problems I'm encountering are with my base. Everyone knows about my problems, right? So, in modded you have power, like electricity, or whatever you want to call it. And every time I try and fix my power system, it breaks. And it's not, I just don't get it. I think Iskal said to me that It could be that chunk loaders only work when you're online, which would make total sense, because as soon as I go offline, everything breaks with my power system. Maddie Evil Waffy says it's confusing. I can totally understand that. Lots of people there saying that they love the full craft. That's really great to hear. Ad says, I enjoy full craft so much. And Galley Kid says, modded makes stuff too complicated. I'd agree, but I'd also say what usually makes it complicated is when it doesn't work. Like, a lot of stuff in modded isn't, you know, obviously it's not vanilla, but it's not intuitive in the way that vanilla is. So you go to do something, and you usually encounter just strange problems that require, you know, knowledge of a mod when that knowledge is not available. Like, there's wikis and stuff online, but usually they're out of date, and so it's a real, like, there's a much steeper learning curve, and the learning curve never seems to end, for me anyway. You've always got to figure out how to do something in modded. Whereas vanilla, it's like, go ahead and do it. So we're out of fuel, but I think we'll leave it at that. And we've got another noise in here. Too many noises in here for me to keep up with today. Let's throw one of those over into the distance. Bam. So we have a donation here from the One Choice 12 saying, first time donator, just wanted to say you're a great YouTuber streamer and I really enjoy watching you. You've helped me a lot and helped me grow my confidence. Thank you for that. Oh, that's awesome to hear, man. I'm very glad to hear that. I appreciate the donation and support. Thank you for the lovely message. And I hope you have a good time with today's stream. We've got another one here from Grey Kitson Free saying, hey X, love the videos you put out and normally lurk in streams. Is there a loot table download for the player heads? And if not, how would you go about doing it for a server? Keep up the good work, mate. Thank you for the donation, first of all. There isn't a loot table for player heads. Player heads is not a loot table feature. It is a command block feature, and I've actually done a video tutorial on how to add that. Of course, here this season on Hermitcraft, we don't actually have the player drop heads things on this time. We've just got the ones from the mobs. The player head drops we had last season were done with command blocks. There we go. And yes, you can use it on a server. And like I said, I've got a tutorial video out there if you want to know how to do that. I don't think we've got enough dye for this one. Don't think we've got enough dye. You can actually just hold this down and it won't accidentally use it, which is pretty cool. The dye, of course. And we've got another one here from I Love Cats saying, X, did you hear about a bug in Minecraft that jungle grass isn't the right colour? In the Patreon server, I cleared a jungle for obvious reasons, and the grass colour just looks wrong. It's sad because I love jungle grass. Is that in the biome bundle area? Because if it is, that would actually be normal, because the biome bundle mod isn't running. It's just a snapshot server with that terrain. Hopefully that answers your question. Thank you as always for the donation. Appreciate that. Bam. 9 left. It kind of looks like there's about maybe just the right amount. 2 left. Right. You. 1 left. Oh my goodness me. Can you believe it? Oh, I love it when things work out like that. Jeez. That was awesome. Literally the exact right amount. Well, that puts a smile on my face. Benji Gaming says, X, have you got a video on how to get shulkers to drop 2 shells? No. However, it's sort of really easy to do. I should probably do something at some point somewhere with that. I don't know. Maybe I'll make a tutorial on it. I really don't know. But all you got to do is learn how to manipulate a loot table, like to change and code it. And that might sound a bit crazy, but it is actually really easy. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain on a live stream, I guess. But if you take the time to research and investigate, it's really, really quite easy to do. Like, honestly, it took me, like, you know, 2 minutes tops to figure out how to get it to drop 2. Enlightened Pigeon says, so satisfying. It is, isn't it? Right. Now, what we're going to do next is turn off our sound for a second, or turn it down. I'm going to sip some tea. I'm going to hold down right click. Is that okay? I'm just going to sit here and hold down right click while we read some noises. Spangle is here with a donation saying, hello X, having time off from the internet is good, but don't stay away too long as I miss the streams. Glad you had some time to do other things you enjoy. Yeah, I mean, like, I really felt like, even though the internet's back, I kind of just wanted the day off. Because I got stressed out yesterday, which wasn't very smart. But yeah, like, taking time away is right. But I never want to miss the streams. I always want to be consistent with my streams. And I was actually planning on doing one Saturday and then today. And they would have been completely different if the internet hadn't have goofed up. Had very different plans for what I was going to do. But yeah, I'll always be trying to keep consistent with my streaming. I do love my streaming. Thank you for the donation. And dear Shemiemi, that bit at the end's catching me out, saying, "Hey Asuma, thanks for adding the heads. I love it, and it makes me go exploring and see all the beautiful structures in Biome Bundle on your Patreon server. Also, I should be reading for my exams. Do you have any tips to make it funny?" Maybe read the stuff in funny voices, but here's the thing, like, if you should be studying but you're watching the stream. First of all, you know, this will be available when you don't have to study on the second channel. Hi, I think we need more bone meal now. What was the other thing I was going to say? My brain's doing a forget. My brain's doing a forget. You could read your studying in funny voices, but does it being funny help you remember it? That's the key thing, you know. But thank you for the donation. Appreciate the support. Ruby Loves Pugs says, "What is with all the stone on the side of your island?" Stone on the side of my island? Oh, this stuff. It's just where I've dug away the mycelium below it. Golden Miru says, "CGP books are the best." I do not know what CGP books are. CGP. That just makes me think CGP Grey, but I'm not sure if those initials are the right ones. Are you registered to vote? Says Megalus Games. I am, and I do vote. I feel really weird about voting. I kind of feel like there's sometimes you don't really feel represented. But at the same time, I think it's weird not to vote. Yeah, I don't think voting is a perfect system either. Like, there was one philosopher, I forget his name, who said that something along the lines of stupid people shouldn't vote. That's oversimplifying it. But they said that, like, democracy wasn't democracy if you let the uneducated vote. Stuff like that. Like, I'm not saying I agree with that person, but I think there's something interesting about that. Like, it's okay to vote, but when you vote, you don't have, like, all the information. No one ever does. And so nothing can ever be perfect. And I guess there's a lot of imperfections with voting, even though it sort of seems like a good idea. Cutplex says Karl Marx. It was not Karl Marx. It was someone from Greece. Like, you know, Plato or whatever. Is Plato from Greece? They're just names and words, man. All this stuff, like, it's become part of, like, culture, like pop culture. Hearing these names, you sort of hear them in places that are not academic, and so you kind of learn about them in a way that, I don't know, it's like, I love watching documentaries and learning about things, but it's all sort of edutainment, which is like, it's still entertainment. It's not like you study at school and read a book and, like, drill a fact into your head. So all of these names and stuff, they all become like a big blur. You know, a big blur of places and times. It might not even be Greece I'm talking about, it might be Rome. In fact, I'm now thinking about it, wasn't Rome the first democracy? So maybe it was someone from Rome then. Oh. Teddy Tozer says, "But surely the uneducated voting is nullified by the constant lies of man politicians." Uneducated voting is nullified by lies, I think is the point. It's hard to say. Just put it like this way. Let's say the vote was about one thing, okay? One thing, one issue, and you knew the answer to this issue, okay? The issue was, when's the next update of Minecraft? Now, you had a conversation with Dinnerbone the other day, and he assured you that Minecraft, the next update, would be released tomorrow, right? But then we have to have a vote on, will it be released tomorrow, or will it be released in a month? And the masses are idiots. They don't know Dinnerbone, they don't know anything. They're stupid, and they all think it's coming out in a month, and so you lose the vote. Like, it's a terrible example, but it's sort of the point, is that if people can have the wrong information, they can vote for the wrong thing. Documentaries are the starting of knowledge. They should open the door, says Rashinka. Absolutely, yes. Like, they can open the door to studying. But if you don't do proper studying and like put facts and stuff in your brain, everything becomes more of a feeling. This is my experience. Like, this is just my experience. I'm really aware that, hey, I watch all these documentaries, but then I don't really remember the day and the date or the fact and the numbers. It just becomes more of a feeling, like a sort of vagueness. Athens was the first democracy, says TGTBT man. Oh, maybe it was someone from Athens then. X, did you listen to the new Gorillaz album, says De Caspas. I haven't listened to it yet, and might not do, I don't know. Excuse me. Asuma, at your mushroom farm changes Johnny's weapons to something with fire aspect and looking free for more stuff, says Kid X. That's what I plan on doing if it's possible. Did you like episode 8 of Last Kingdom, says Sasuma Void. I did. Just trying to remember how it kind of... What's his name? That brother died. Oh, well... just sort of realised we're going into spoiler territory there. Let's just say it kind of wrapped up very nicely and conveniently. But because there was a death in there, like, I hate it when things wrap up perfectly. I feel like in those kind of stories, like, the tragedy is like a big part of it. Crazy Crafty MC Fish says X, two things. One, what was your wee paddy about the other day? Wee paddy? And two, can you add me on Discord, please? I look nice and I really like you. Keep up the work and have a great day. I'm not adding anyone on Discord. I only add people that I like work with or are used to communicating with. Kim says, what's your current view on Brexit? I've talked about it before. There's a live stream if you want to go. I mean, I couldn't tell you which one it was. There's a bit of digging around to do. I don't really want to talk about that right now. Hashtag spoilers are real, says DJ YOLO. What spoilers are there here? Apart from the lime sheep, I guess. Well, we've got plenty of wheat to come back and breed them again, that's for sure. Let's head over in this direction. We have a resubscribe for 5 months in a row from Syntax Error saying, hey X, have a wonderful Sunday. Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful Sunday too. Appreciate that. And Spangle is here with a donation saying, it was Socrates. Ah, the old Socrates. I like that name. Yeah, that's what I was on about. Like, Plato came to mind. Just one of those names from... like, all lumped in. Everything in my head is just this vague feeling. This vague feeling of understanding we're not knowing actual names and times and places. So it was Socrates then, yeah. And then Socrates says something along, like, sort of pointed out that everyone has a vote but not all votes are equal, or something like that. That sounds like a real good quote, doesn't it? That sounds like something that someone actually said that was smarter than me. Let's go chuck some... I keep just putting junk in here because it's convenient. It's terrible. I really need to get started on these item filter systems over here. These ones, to be fair, shouldn't be really difficult to do at all. I was thinking about designing them in a live stream in creative mode, but that stuff is kind of slow and you need to like think a lot, so I don't think I want to do that. Need some silence time, you know. Right, this stuff up here has really just got to get moved. So let's start moving some of it. Oh, I left the sound down. I like having the sound on. You get that kind of feedback to what you're doing. Super DGO says, Roosevelt said, democracy cannot succeed unless those who express their choice are prepared to choose wisely. The real safeguard of democracy, therefore, is education. Yeah, I'd agree with that, like, entirely. I entirely agree with that. The more educated we are, the better. Then again, you could argue, like, educated in to believe in what? Education can be a form of indoctrination. Hey X, I have a YouTube channel, but I don't have any motivation to upload videos, and I really want to, but it's going slow for me, and I'm losing motivation. I've tried to stream, and for the first time I streamed, I got DDoSed, and ever since then, I haven't. Yeah, just skipping over the rest of the message. Dude, if you're not feeling motivated to do something, what was your motivation originally, is what I would ask. Like, these things aren't for everyone. I know a lot of people like want to be a YouTuber, but I think there's a difference between watching YouTube and seeing the end product and realizing what goes into it. You know, because you can really enjoy watching, like there's stuff that I really enjoy, you know, watching or whatever that I'm not particularly interested in. Like some other YouTube channels that do other things, you know, I like watching their stuff. Doesn't mean I want to do it myself. Maybe it could be like that. I'm not trying to sound like I'm trying to put you off or anything, but if you're struggling to be motivated for something you've tried, maybe it's not for you, you know. Okay, that's good. Democracy was invented in Greece, says TGTV man. Yeah, I think we established that a moment ago. I think. I don't know. Josh Cummins says, if shulkers are very limited in the world, does it mean that shulker skulls are too? No, they're actually quite frequent, and I was gonna change that, but we're looking at adding all 16 colours for shulker shells, which would mean you'd want them to be frequent again. So we got a donation here, noise in my ear, from Hermitcraft. I'm substituting the letters. Hermitcraft says, looking forward to some more Hermitcraft videos. Buy yourself some fancy tea with this donation. Thank you. I will definitely buy myself some more tea soon. I've been buying a lot of tea lately. There's lots more in stock, it seems, at the moment. So thank you for your donation, man. Appreciate the support. Negative Panda has resubscribed for 4 months in a row. Thank you for your support, buddy. Appreciate that. Angry K9 is here resubscribing for 25 months in a row, saying, I dreamt that I visited Wales and found X swimming in Lynn Barfog in a full Doomguy gear. That is a strange dream, my friend. That is a strange dream. Thanks for sharing that. Thank you for your subscription, man. Appreciate that ever so much. That made me chuckle. Just swimming in my Doomguy gear. You'd probably drown if you tried to swim in that. It'd be heavy, wouldn't it? Oh. Can you dye the shulkers, says Toon. Ooh, there's an idea. Maybe we should wait until custom crafting comes out and make the shulkers dyeable. That's actually a really cool idea. I like that a lot. That sounds a lot better than the way I was going to do it. That should probably be the way you do it with sheep, but since sheep are very easy to breed, it's another... yeah. Celestine says, new live stream idea there, X. What was the idea? I must have said something that was useful, or what was the live stream idea? I want to know now. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Well, whatever. Okay, so place blocks like that. We want to have water source here. And then that means that becomes this one. I shouldn't have taken this thing with me. I should have left it where it was, but actually it's coming useful again. Ruby Loves Pugs says, X, by your storage there is a giant wall of something and something else. What does that mean? I don't know. Cuplex says, was the Doomguy gear waterproof? Do you have a warranty on it? Was it waterproof? Do I have warranty on it? These are questions that only K9 can answer at this point. X, finish the mushroom farm, says Kid X22. That is something that we need to do, but I'm gonna get some feedback from Nembomb. And whenever I do something in this game technical anymore, I'm just so out of touch with, like, it's not how it used to be. And there's all these like rules and stuff that I forget about. Basically, I need to build a new design for the mushroom farm. I was gonna try and wrangle Johnny and capture him again away so we could rebuild the farm, but I'll probably die. I need to be very concentrated and focused when doing that. Your schedule still says for February I'll be streaming on even days and we'll mostly be playing Sky Factory 3. Wayne, thanks for the reminder there. I need to go and update that, don't I? Need to update it and get it back to normal. So the pack that I have at the moment, I can't remember if I added the melon and pumpkin stems. They actually tell you apart, or tell them apart. The resource pack. Let's find out. Hey X, can you do a video on the history of Hermitcraft, the original hermits and the founders, and how you joined the server? Please, everyone would love that. It'd also be an immense amount of work. Someone's already like done a fan one before that was semi-accurate, but honestly, that kind of thing would just be such a huge time sink. So I think we had 6 of one and 3 of the other, now that I think about it. So if I go and put this one here and make it that, then we just need 1 more of the other one. Okay, and then it's slightly larger than it was before. Sweet, there we go. So we've got those things growing again. We've got to put down the enchanting table set up as well. Operish says, Asuma, have you got a WhatsApp group for the Hermitcraft players? Nope, we don't use WhatsApp. We use Discord. Discord is good. WhatsApp is spying on you. Basically. I mean, Discord probably is as well. Everything is spying on you these days. Even your microwave. Yeah. Great Cryptos says, need more water. Yes, we need some more water. Where did I did have a little pool of water somewhere around here. I believe it's gone. Madison Stone says, why doesn't Twitch alert me when X is streaming? I don't know. Best to contact Twitch support. And ask them, hey, what's up with this? I need to dump more junk in some chests. Emerald says, throws microwave out of window. Don't throw it out the window. Jeez, there might be someone standing down there outside. Always dispose of things responsibly. Leave it by the curb of the road until someone comes along and picks it up. Nope, that's something you shouldn't do, by the way. Oops. Can I have that back? Thanks. I'm just gonna be horribly disorganised and chuck it in there, okay? X, got any plans for pranks? I don't really. I don't have a plan for a prank at the moment. Okay. This song sounds strangely like the Minecraft music. Or at least that little bit of it did. That definitely sounds like the Minecraft music. Oh, I remember what I was trying to do now. Make one of those. Always make a 2x2, because then it doesn't matter where you get the water from, it'll always regenerate. Susuma Void says, froze microwave at brother. Jeez, that's even worse. Don't do that. Did I read this noise out? Arcane Slayer has subscribed using Amazon Prime, saying, having a nice sausage and add sandwich with a cup of tea. Add sandwich? Sausage and... what do you have sausage with in a sandwich? Sausage and egg? Yeah, having a sausage and a tea while watching. Awesome. That sounds very pleasant. Thank you for your subscription. Hello X, what have I missed? Says Boopio. You've missed us just sort of moving stuff around in the base here. Doing all the temporary stuff. And Nugan says, how to join Hermitcraft X, please help me. We're currently not recruiting on Hermitcraft and we don't accept applications. Yeah, it's not that kind of deal. Michaelsberg says, I hate these microwaves. Yesterday I saw it searching through my stuff. Oh, imagine that. You go into your room and the microwave's just like going through your drawers. And it just sort of looks at you and it's like, oh, well, this is awkward. You're like, you're a microwave, you're talking. Oh. Right, time to breed. Breed, my lovelies. Make lots of lion babies so we can chop them down and take their skulls. It's disgusting, this game, isn't it? Breeding animals to kill them. I always remember a little story about the support, like the support for Minecraft, and them getting an email from someone saying this game is disgusting, like you can kill animals on it. And the response was like, you can choose not to kill the animals. The choice is yours. Avid Knightley is here, resubscribing for 13 months in a row. Thank you ever so much for your support, buddy. Appreciate that. Hope you enjoy today's stream. I'm having a good time so far. It's good to get back into it, you know. 2,000 peeps are watching as well. Thank you everyone for coming along and watching me breed up sheep just to kill them. I'm terrible, I know. Oh, this farm here is ridiculous. Yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. Feel free to hit the follow button if you haven't done so already. I stream here every other day, and sometimes my internet goes down and I don't get to stream at all, and I get sad. Okay, right. Oh, let's put the shield back on, just in case there's some baddies over here, which there won't be because it's a peaceful mushroom island. Hey, X, what are you planning to do with all your diorite? I'm going to build something with it. You'll see. You'll see later on. Not going to build anything anytime soon. Assuming you missed my second cheer about 5 minutes ago, says Train Boy. I remember seeing a Train Boy cheer and I thought, I've already read that, but it was a second cheer perhaps. Train Boy 100 is here doing a cheer, throwing bits at me. How rude. No, I appreciate that. What is with the names in the top left? I don't have enough bits for doing this multiple times. Just had to buy more, so this is my last cheer. Well, thank you for your cheer. Appreciate that. Okay, names in the top left of the screen. There is now not a mouse cursor up. Mouse cursor, hello. This is the last person who's a new subscriber. We've had 4 new subscribers today. We have the latest person to subscribe, and it's updated. Philip Sturk, thank you for following, not subscribing, following that one. Got the donations across the top here, how long we've been streaming for in the top right. Bottom right we have the music, and over here we have the derp counter. Only 1 derp today, can you believe it? That's going to be a world record. Ryan Manora says, hey X, do you find that having no mobs on your base has made you more rusty when it comes to fighting? It hasn't actually. Maybe later in the season it will, but whenever I go and encounter mobs, I'm quite vigilant actually. I don't think that's a reaction to not having to be vigilant, just that I know that I need to be vigilant. Should we go kill some iron golems? I haven't done that in a while. Let's see if we can get another mob head from them. I still enjoy doing that, even though like I've got more than I'll ever use. But I want to open a mob head thing later on, maybe. Like my shop for this season, I want it to be a storage system shop, even though I haven't built my own storage system yet. Jeez, I need to crack on with that, don't I? Mrs. Wells Knight is here in chat saying, X, only 1 derp, and then an angry face. I know, right? Hang on, we're only halfway through the stream, so we'll probably reach our usual of 100 derps by the end of it. Kill the golems, says Great Cryptos. We'll do just that. Ruby Loves Pug says, oh my god, X finally put a derp counter, dances happily. We can thank Mr. Yellow Harold for that. He coded some... Oh, I did see one! Trying to sneak away, were ya? Trying to sneak away. He coded me a derp counter. Yes, we know that it's a derp counter. And he did it using auto hotkeys, which is really cool because I run auto hotkeys, and it means I just integrated it into my current setup rather than have to run an extra program. So it's kind of perfect. Now these guys are getting absolutely wrecked. How many? Oh, goodness me, that's a lot of iron. Jeez, I'm going to need a crafting bench down here soon. I am Amiga Red says the blood first. The iron first. That's what this is. The iron and poppy first. R.I.P. Golems, says Desert Blasterate. Yep, R.I.P. the Golems. Ann Nugan 0000 says, X, can you read my name? I think I tried to read it a moment ago. Alright, and in they come. Any heads? Yes, 1 head. Let's wear it in celebration of the iron. Oh, kind of look a little bit fancy now, don't I? Right, yeah, we need a crafting bench, and I don't have wood on me. I think I'm going to leave the iron here for now, actually. Because I don't particularly need it. I'll come back and get it when I need it. What's going on in chat? Full-timers? Good morning at 12? I'm an early bird myself. Early bird? Is that the saying? In my head, it always sounds like that doesn't sound quite right. I think I'm confusing the early worm gets the... No, the early bird gets the worm. The early worm gets got by the bird. That's how this stuff works. Jeez, I'm terrible at this. Terrible at this. I cut my grass the other day, and then I noticed that there were loads of birds congregating in the garden. And then after a while, I realised that they were picking out worms. Because I cut the grass, it made it easier for them to get to the worms. Yeah, story about my garden. Oh, not terribly exciting, I know. Right, so we got a resubscribe for, drum roll please, 24 months in a row from Cedric22. That is 2 years if I do the maths correctly. You now have a diamond face in chat. Feel free to show off your diamondy face. Thank you for your wonderful support, man. Appreciate that ever so much. And we have I Love Cats here with a donation saying, by the way, X, love the time lapse where you remove the dirt from your island. That song you used, My Cereal Box by Izuku, is how I got to know Izuku, and it's still my favourite. Oh, I'm glad you like it. The Izuku's music is amazing for Minecraft time lapse. It's like perfect, absolutely perfect little combination there. But yeah, thank you for your support as always. Let's keep mashing up some dirt. That's all we can do, really. Just mash the dirt away. We got a donation here, Noise in the Ear, from Kelly Engineering saying, I like the derp counter. Will that be going towards yours and Mumbo's derp to spoon competition? My goodness me, I need to sort that out with Mumbo pretty quickly. I have probably lost count of how many derps I've done so far, which is kind of annoying because when we talked about that, I was kind of aware that it was only a handful of derps. I like that whole idea of like counting it from day one and all that. I don't know if they will or not. We'll have to discuss the terms. Like, is it for? I think it would be better if it were for like recording derps, like when you're actually making your videos for YouTube, and then the derp counter is just for the live stream. You know, that's the better way to do it, I reckon. But thank you for your donation, man. Appreciate that as always. Dear Shemi says, assume a random question. If you had to pick only one dish as your favourite, what dish would that be? Probably the blue dish. The blue dish is a little bit sturdier than the glass dish, which is kind of see-through. And the white one's not quite as big. I like the blue dish is my favourite dish. I'm not sure what dish you're talking about. Do you mean a meal? I love enchiladas, but I don't think I could eat them forever and over again. Probably a salad, actually. Salad is like my most frequented meal. Okay, so what else do we have to move? We've got chests. Oh, everything's just storage system all the time. Like, everything needs a place, and it takes forever to figure out where to put stuff. I can put melons in there because that's food stuff. So I might just chuck pumpkins in there as well for now. Seeds, I think I've been putting in here. And then there's all these other blocks. Angry Canine says, I'd like to see you do a special video full of some of the more amusing derps that happen when you do recording. Asuma's Hermit gag reel. That'd be a great idea, a derp compilation. The problem is that they're all buried in the middle of videos and they would take a long time to dig out and put together. That's why I stopped doing the musical time lapses as well, actually, because it was just insane. It was just insane to try and put it all together. I was like, this is bonkers. It takes me like 3 or 4 times the amount of a regular episode, and it's longer, and eventually I was like, yeah, this has got to stop. We've got some food there as well. Bonsai! Yeah, so I don't know where to move all this stuff. I think I'm going to make a push to start decorating the base now, because once I start decorating this area, I want to add little fixtures around here which aren't part of the storage system, where there'll be like some chests. And they'll have. In fact, I could kind of possibly put that into place already. If this stays the way it is, I'm gonna quit the world for a sec. I'm quitting Hermitcraft, people. That's it. No more. We're done. Okay. Goodbye. I'm ending the stream here. No. If we go to. Oh. Is it not? I think we have to go to that setup. Hello. This is awkward. Oh, there we go. Goodness me. Oh. I can't remember where. Hang on. I want to go look at something. Let's try this again. It's not those ones. It might be this one over here, actually. No, that doesn't look like it. Kind of looks like that one. That's the one that we've built. Maybe it's... Might be that one there. Let's go check that one out. Ah, here it is. Okay, so this is the one that I'm thinking of building. And it means that those droppers would potentially go. And they'd be moved back behind, so we could have blocks there. But no, I'm going to keep the droppers. Problem is, redstone-y stuff might activate them. Okay, so let's destroy some blocks here. So basically, they would be here. next to furnaces and whatever else is there. Is that a dropper? Dropper. I think they wouldn't be activated, but they might make a lot of noise. So we can keep the same look. And there's really not too much else to this. There's plenty of space around the front and the back. Okay, so let's go into here. We have a new subscriber subscribing with Amazon Prime. It's Jamamama1 saying, "Hey X, really enjoy your streams, but I'm not sure I'll be able to catch many streams, but I'll try my best." Hey, it's absolutely fine. As many as you can make, you're always welcome to join them. And of course, you can catch them on the second channel as well. So we can leave all of this sort of the same way it is the point I was trying to make. X, can you read this? Superfragilistic Axpialidocious. Almost. Almost. Ogkush says Amazon Prime ? Amazon Prime, yes. You can subscribe to someone on Twitch Prime if you have Amazon Prime, is the dealio. I think I want to put crafting benches down there. It kind of makes sense to put them... Did I actually finish putting all of those fence posts in? Because I've missed a row. Missed a row on either end. I think we should put some crafting benches here. Like, I like the idea of putting them there. That should probably be a light source. Is that necessary to the contraption? The contraption that I'm not even keeping. So I could probably just tear out all of this. Yeah, I could tear it out. I'm going to build the other one eventually. So we can put crafting benches there. 5. I was going to say that there should always be some. And then we could put a light source here. And that will probably be glowstone, won't it? Do I have glowstone? Daco Max says, "Hey Asuma, my 6-year-old loves watching your videos, so thanks for doing this. It's too late for him to be here in New Zealand. Will this be loaded to YouTube?" Yes, on my second channel you'll be able to catch it and watch the live stream later on. Thanks for letting me know. It's always lovely to hear who's enjoying your content. TGTBT Man says, "X, if you're accepting new hermits now, how would they get into the server?" Alright, I've discussed this before. I know there's always people, because I always get these emails, who want to join Hermitcraft. It's really, like I've said it before, it shouldn't be about trying to join Hermitcraft. You should always be focused on creating something of your own. Because there's no like, answer that I can give you. I can't go, "Oh yeah, just do this thing and that thing and you'll be on." It doesn't work like that. Like when we talk about recruiting, it might be because, hey, I know this person, I get along with them, and they're really good at this game, or it might be like, "Oh wow, we've found this channel and they're doing some really impressive stuff." You don't know, but the point would be is like, don't wait on us. Go create your own thing, and make your own Hermitcraft. Make your own thing that's going to be, you know, whatever it is, as opposed to trying to get on something. I explained this so much better before. I really did. But yeah, you should be looking at making your own thing and not trying to join someone else's, because there is no answer. There is no how do you get on Hermitcraft. It's not like that. Ah, I did that bit wrong, didn't I? Hopefully that answered your question. Fresh Herring says, "I try to be from this planet." I'd love to know what... That sounds like some broken English right there. I'd love to know quite what you're trying to say. Bam! The crafting benches always look ugly, which is why I thought they'd be nicer there. But, oh, it's kind of harder to click on that little sliver, isn't it? It's like a 1-pixel sliver. I like how the blocks stick out from the back of the item frames, says Great Kryptos. Like that. I'm not a fan of that, actually. I want to replace those with items. I like the items that sit flat on the item frames. Right, we should probably do some counting now that we're running out of resources. So 1, 2, 3, 4... Right, 4 crafting benches, 2 glowstones. Very low on glowstone, as you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4. We should leave some wood in my inventory. Angry Canine says, Stress was a good addition to Hermitcraft. I was on a server with her for a long time. I even got to make a prank video on her house. If you ever want to tease her, just send a hashtag TWSS to her in chat. She will know what it means and will probably silently cuss me out. TWSS. She isn't on right now, but remind me, Angry Canine, if ever we're streaming and Stress is on, we should definitely do that. That would be... It would... What would I be tweeting, though? I don't want to tweet anything bad. I'll say that someone else told me to do it, and that will rid me of all potential drama. Oh, let's chuck a glowstone either side. Bam, bam, and that's looking a little bit cleaner. Mocha Dilla says, "I am bored." Find something to do then. Read a book. Write a book. Angry Canine says it means that's what Stress said. Ah, interesting. I'll have to look that one up. Feel free to tweet me that, like if there's a video or some way of knowing what's happened. Alright, so now crafting benches are very easily accessible, and you can accidentally do that as well, which is kind of cool. So, I was on about having little, like, memento box areas, so I think this would be a place to put one, and I think I know how I want this to look. So we need some of this. This is dark oak, isn't it? Let's grab some dark oak. Also, we probably need to go check on those little babies over in the pen soon. Oh, Niels Drift says, "What's your all-time dream car?" I don't have one. I'm not a cars person. I really don't like cars. I've said it many times before. They're incredibly inefficient and they pollute, and there's just a lot of stuff I don't like about them. And I have a car now, and I do enjoy driving, actually. I've gotten to the point now where I feel like a lot of the sort of new driving nerves, maybe you'd call them, have kind of like passed. That's why I never put them there, because they connect to the side. Interesting. Well, I was planning on swapping... I'm going to do this now, okay? As a lot of times in this game, I'll see something that I want to do, and I'll think save it for a video. And then I'll probably forget about it, right? Got to make sure nothing fell on that item hopper there as well. This might not work in the bigger picture or whatever. We need some stone. Anyway, while I'm nattering on and going all over the place, Deathman119 has donated here saying, "I would subscribe, but I rarely watch streams. Cheers." Well, thank you for your donation, man. Appreciate that. If you can't subscribe or don't want to, it's absolutely fine. I'm just happy to have you here, hanging out with us, playing some Minecraft. Becky Bevo says, "X, what is your dream destination?" I'm not one of these people that has answers for those sorts of questions. I don't walk around thinking I want to go to this place or that place. Right, let's place a few of these. So if we use stairs, they won't connect, right? And then if we put those there, we get the full block. Yep, we do. Oops, you're in the wrong place. Just like that. Nut Vader, thank you for the kind message. Appreciate that ever so much. Seal says, "How does one derp?" By being me and being a fool and doing something silly. I kind of like the idea of keeping this wood and just having that little bit of stone. Anyway, I might change that for another material later on, but that's a way to make those not connect. So that's the thing. Then over here, what we can have is a little 2 wide mementos area, I think. 2 wide seems about right. Maybe just 1 wide, I don't know. 3 wide would give you the room to do some aesthetics. X, the fences will connect in 1.12. Oh no! They will, won't they? That sucks. Damn it! Well, let's just remove it. I don't like that change. At first, I wasn't so... I think it's a weird thing to not like change, right? In general. But in this game, some of the things they choose to change drive me nuts. Why? What's the point? You're changing how people use blocks and build. Whatever. Fresh Herring says that's stinky. It is stinky. It smells. It smells big time. Okay, so do I want to make this 2 wide or 3 wide is the question. I really don't know. I feel like what I want to do in my base is always try and throw in more interesting details. Like, I take a lot of inspiration from False, but in a way where I don't know how she does it. But I'm starting to feel like you just have to constantly keep it in mind that you want your base to go in like a particular direction. So that direction for us would be to have the opportunity for more details and stuff to be thrown in. I think what I want here is a diamond block. Yes, we'll take a diamond block. Just one. Okay, and we'll put it just there. Bam. So that's going to catch your eye. That's going to pop out. And that's fine. That's absolutely fine. I want some more spruce slabs. Spruce slabs. 1, 2, 3. Not a lot, just a few. There we go. This needs to be filled in a little bit. Okay, and then we're going to put chests on top of it. Matthew Pug says, hey X, what is the something around the... I don't know, what are you on about? Mr. Douglas Wong says, why are there so many hermits? Because the hermits want to play Minecraft. Thom Fun says, X, where do you live? I live in the U of K, the land of the Ying, as they say. Talking very cryptically now, aren't I? Grian wouldn't like the diamonds, says Mappius Tech. Does Grian not like diamonds then? I'm guessing. Benar3151 says, repeating another message, what about the Tesla Model S or X? They're completely electric and very efficient too. No, Teslas are not... Right, okay. Now you've piqued my interest. Teslas are electronic cars. Okay, let me explain something about why I don't like cars and why I think they're inefficient. And what am I crafting? Why did I come over here? What was it? Chests. Alright, so cars, they get you from A to B. You can pop in it, you can drive to somewhere else. Amazing, brilliant, right? But not on a global scale. When gazillions of people are using cars, lots of people driving from A to B on their lonesome is really inefficient. In terms of the pollution, congestion and traffic that it creates. So the reason I don't really like Teslas and electronic cars as well as regular cars is because they are part of the same problem. The problem is how we use the things that we create, not using them responsibly. If we were to push public transport and mass transit more, that would be far more cost effective, fuel effective, good for the environment than using individual cars are. Now the problem with electronic cars is that you may think, oh, they're electronic, they're good, but there's a cost, there's a price to making them. To make electronic cars, you are going to pollute a lot, you are going to use a lot of resources to get them built, and then when they're put into the hands of people to use, they're using them just like cars. They're going to contribute to congestion and traffic, and they're just going to add to the same problem all over again. Now, I was watching a speech with Elon Musk about how he wants to drill tunnels under cities to ease congestion. Like, that in my mind is terrible. It's like, no, you're going to use vast amounts of resources, create a lot of pollution to add to the same problem, which is too many cars out there on the road. I'm being raided, by the way, in the middle of a rant. So I'm going to finish my rant and then I'm going to come back to this, okay? To summarise my rant, like, we have to change our behaviour to fix problems. And trying to fix problems by using more technology that encourages the same behaviour isn't going to do that. We're being raided by... Now, every time I see your name, Luidicolo, I try and read it and say it in my head. Thank you, my friend, for raiding me. I appreciate that ever so much. I was actually looking at who was live earlier, thinking I'd probably swing by and say hello and raid you, but you beat me to it, man. You beat me to it. So everyone from... what am I supposed to say? Luidicolo? I'm going to say Luidicolo. Hopefully I got that right. Everyone from Livestream, thank you everyone for coming by. We are playing on the Hermitcraft server. I was just having a little bit of a rant about electric cars as you've joined in here, and we've just been working on my base area, which is this place full of just stuff. It's very very unpolished and very early, for me in the sort of base progression. I think I want to dig up some more dirt, maybe. Oh no, we were supposed to go check on the sheep. Right. So on this server, you can get mob heads from all these different types of mobs, and we're doing the sheep at the moment, so I need to go over. Probably going to need to breed some again if it goes wrong, so we'll take some of that. And I've run out of... No, I haven't. Ender pearls right there. So yes, on we go. Mouse fan says, hello Raiders. All Raiders are welcome. Hope you enjoyed Lude's stream over there. Lude's stream? I'm not sure how I'm supposed to say it. I'm looking for a message with someone correcting me. Electric cars are lies fabricated from falsehoods, says Dimitri Vitra. I wouldn't put it like that. I'd just say that yes, electric cars sound better, seem better, that they supposedly pollute less and stuff, but it's always our behaviour that seems to be the key root of all problems. There's a lot of stuff that we're like, we can reduce, you know, the cars we have on the roads now are fine. We can reduce the amount of emissions and problems they create if we just use them more responsibly. I think I'm going to slay these guys first, and then the other one. Anyway, Gandalf the Grey says, I really agree about how we use cars extremely inefficiently. Public transport is really important and it should be encouraged. Absolutely. Unfortunately, though, in most places, public transport is always underfunded. Reasons why? Because it's not as profitable. Doesn't make enough money in society to use public transport systems. It's much better to get every person with a car, you know, every family with 4 cars, driving around guzzling up petrol. That makes far more money than it does people being responsible and you know, using public transport every day, commuting together and stuff. The amount of times I go through traffic and just see every car has one person in it, and then I'm like, I'm also one person in a car. I hate this. It's ridiculous. Oh, people are telling me I got the head. Wow, thank you everyone. I didn't even notice. Check it out. We must have got that pretty much straight away. Hey, hello. So then we need to dial these to a different colour. So I'll leave them alone for now. I won't breed them. Well, job well done. We got another one. Cutplex says, X, stop killing. You got one. But I like killing. No. Do you prefer Skittles or Smarties? That's a good question. I would have said Skittles, but honestly, I don't know. I don't eat sweets, okay? I don't really like sweets either. It sounds a bit weird, but once you get sugar out of your system, you enjoy savoury flavours a heck of a lot more, and they're also a lot better for you. So, like, I used to quite like Skittles, but now I think I'll probably prefer some Smarties, because Skittles are so loaded with sugar, they sting your mouth. For somebody who don't have a lot of sugar, like you eat a pack of Skittles and your mouth will sting. There is so much sugar in it. If you're used to sugar, though, you probably won't even notice. What I was going to do over here, by the way, I got totally distracted, was throw in some armor stands or something like that. And then put some armor on them to let us know that's like our little armory area. Ooh, and what if we were to add like a little shulker box pop-up system? I want to constantly think like that this season. I want to think about not just like, you know, this thing does that, but like how can we make it interesting? How can we do things a little different? And so far, I'd say we're doing an alright job. I need one more stick. Jeez. Just one more is all I needed. Did we get noises? I think we got noises in me that I've missed again. Okay, so Rashinka 1984 has donated saying insert witty message here. If I had a witty message for you, I'd do that, but you know me, I'm not an on-the-spot guy. Definitely not. Thank you for your donation, man. Appreciate that ever so much. And also, we have one from I Love Cats saying cars alone can pollute, but not too much when it's 10 million cars every day. It's just crazy. If both pollutes like crazy, if there are lots of cars, there will be traffic. Everyone will go on buses, and the roads will be clearer, and they will get there faster. Yeah, you're talking about like the cycle, right? Like traffic's bad, so we use public transport, and then you think, well, traffic's not so bad now, so I'll get in my car, and then it goes back again. But it just has to be about educating people, about giving them the options to make the other choices. Yeah, and thank you for your donation, though. Appreciate that ever so much. Asuma, everyone focuses on cars when we talk about global warming. Boats are much worse, says Imuta. They might be, but there's much less of them. Supposedly, the biggest contributor of all to global warming is something that pretty much 99% of us do, which is, you're going to hate me when I say it, is eating meat. Agricultural farming is insane. Like, it's insane. What you got to think is that when you eat meat, you eat food that has come from another living being, like yourself. Like, think of it like if you eat a bowl of, I don't know, greens, you know, salads, stuff that's grown in the ground, plants, right? That's one thing. That's like one quantity, plants. Bam, there's your meal. But when you eat meat, it's plants that have fed another living thing. So it's like a ginormous pile of plants to produce a bit of meat. There's also loads of other factors, like they require lands and they chop down the Amazon forest to get the land to grow meat in massive quantities. There's land that's now needed for to grow those crops that are used to feed the animals, and then there's waste that the animals produce, like they fart methane. You know, like there's like it's really weird. Like once things translate into very large numbers, like they do with us humans, then all of a sudden so many things become ridiculously problematic. Now, actually, why am I choosing? Hang on, I was going to put iron armor on these fellas. I think they deserve a little bit more. Let's go to the chest, the one that I want to move about and replace. Do I want to put this diamond stuff on? Is there any like NAF diamond stuff? I hate the idea of putting diamonds on display. It doesn't make any sense. Why am I so hesitant? I've got a good set of diamond armor. I guess if one of these are useful, I don't really want to unequip them. What am I going on about? Let's I really don't want to put this good armor on it. Oh, is that my own helmet? Am I? Yeah, because okay. Right, and then a pair of leggings. Sakurif says, our current way of living is perfectly sustainable. I appreciate you trying to preserve nature, Asuma, but it's about numbers, and right now there is just too many goddamn people on Earth. If we were to change our lifestyles, we'd have to adapt again and again, if a few decades, because of how fast Earth's population is growing. You said our current way of living is perfectly sustainable. Unsustained. No, is literally what you said. I don't think our way of living is sustainable, and I think future generations are gonna like really see the price of that. When like the problem is like, and this is why I'd never like have a go at anyone. Like, there's some people out there that live particular lifestyles, particular ways, that then force that on other people, and I don't think that's right at all. Like, if you see like that you can, I don't know, it's the butterfly effect, right? Like, you do something but you'll never see the consequences of it, but someone else will, and that someone else might be in the future. If you see what's going on in the world like that, if you see it like, well, I can do this thing today, right, and it's no problem to me, but in the future it will be a problem for someone else. If you can see the world like that, then all of a sudden you see all the problems that there are. If you don't see the world like that, it's perfectly understandable, because it's really weird to think eating a meal can contribute to such a big problem like destroying the world or the environment. It makes no sense. It's completely crazy. It sounds completely crazy to say it, but once you learn to see it like that, it's a little bit different. Mrs. Wellsknight says, this is actually very true, X, about the meat. Because of the methane cows produce of a waste byproduct, farmers have made a great strides, however, with helping the offset of methane. Agriculture industry is making great progress, and I do love my cows. I don't know where you've heard it's making great progress from. When I last heard about it, it was like, this is a problem, and like we can't get people to talk about it. Like the movie that I watched, they're trying to constantly talk to people in the agricultural industry, and they can't get to anyone. But it's like it's all okay making strides. The unfortunate thing might be that the strides need to be very drastic, or may already be too much of a problem. But no one's really to know. I guess it's such a big thing. But it's not just the methane; it's all sorts of factors like transport is always a big thing. Like things are done really inefficiently when they're done for profit, and so things will get moved around. For example, like apples grown here in the UK and sold in the UK get shipped to another country to be washed because it's cheaper to ship it to basically slave wages and then bring it back again. And that's inefficient because now you're polluting by putting tons of apples on ships and driving them around the world. It's crazy. It is crazy. Nobody right now with a tea reminder. My tea is cold, but I'm going to drink it anyway. Niles Druff says, what I hate about electric cars is that most of them don't look too great, except for Teslas, which are too expensive. But for example, the Nissan Leaf in my eyes just looks ugly. Well, aesthetics is always something people want, things to look nice, but is it really that important? Like, I don't really care what my car looks like. It doesn't look great or anything. It just gets me from A to B. Yeah, so that's terrible, but that's like a start, and that's a reminder for what I want to put here. I think the position of the chests is a little bit outwards, which was sort of the point initially. I think what we'll do is actually have the chests there, but I kind of want to keep the diamond block forward. Maybe we'll push it back by one. It's really hard to do this stuff when you're nattering on about something completely different. Right, so we got noises in my ear. Let's get through these because I'm missing them. It's Louis. Right, hang on, let's say this properly. It's Louis de Colo. There you go. Has subscribed. Thank you for subscribing, my man. Saying chat slow mode was killing me. Lol. Luha. Aha. A emoticon. I am headed to bed. Have a great rest of your stream. Well, thank you for the subscription, buddy, and appreciate the raids and all of that if you're still here. Thank you very much for that. Ice Blur has subscribed using Amazon Prime, saying was trying to figure out how this works. Glad I could sub to the only streamer I was actually consistently watch. I got totally distracted in my head when I was reading that. Thank you for your subscription, buddy. Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, you figured out how to use Amazon Prime. Gotcha. Right, Rocky Avalon is here with a donation and a do not read out loud one, so I'll read it to myself. Oh. Rocky, remind me of that on Discord, because I will ask the hermits about that. That might be something we just add. Yeah, we might just add that. That's an interesting idea. Thanks for the suggestion, man. Again, don't remind me. You know I'm gonna forget. I've already forgotten. What was it? That actually looks like a lot better. I felt like it needed to pop a bit more, but that's kind of fine. Anyway, all of this is changing. I've got a different build theme in mind. We need to collect some blocks and stuff for it. I want to kind of get up here. That was an inefficient way of doing it. Bam. And cover that up. Cool. There we go. What was the suggestion, says Dapper Penguin? I guess I could tell you. There's a way to make the arms of armor stands show. So that's something we could do. Rocky, thank you for your donation. And I Love Cats is here with another donation saying, X, what's with the giant thing around the something else? I don't know what you mean by that, man. Sorry. Got no idea what you're talking about. The giant thing around the what's it, Madoodle? Thank you for your donation, buddy. Biffa 2001 has resubscribed for 2 months in a row. Biffa, thank you for subscribing and resubscribing, man. Appreciate that. He says X has internet's back. Hands in the air like you just don't care. He didn't say that. I said that last bit. Thank you for the donation, man. Appreciate the support. And people were telling me earlier that you were streaming. I was like, is he? Because I was looking for someone to raid and there are only a couple of people streaming. Nobody right now says X. When did you make the thing around the what? I don't know what you're on about, man. Caney says what's happened. Not a lot. We've kind of probably just said a lot of stuff and not actually done a lot of stuff this stream. That's kind of been how it goes when I stream. I always look at what I've done and feel like I haven't really done anything. Right, now what we've got to do is move that stuff over here. So that means that my inventory is way too cluttered for doing anything. So we will go, and we need another one of those. I happen to have one. Where did I get that from? Bam, right there. Let's keep extending this out in front of where the shulker box sort of will go. Hagmanon says X is older than TFC. I am not older than TFC, I'll have you know. Let's put the wheat in here. I know it's not food, but where did I get all this mutton from? From killing sheep? Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, then we've got the wood chest. And we've also... That sounded like a door in my house. Huh. Sorry, it sounded like someone opened a door. Never mind. Right. Wall will go around this side. Is Mumbo the youngest, says Red Ninja. I believe Mumbo is actually the youngest hermit. Nikusha Tola says, X, I think he's talking about... I don't know what you're on about. The champ says, hey X. And then something else. And we got a donation here, Noisy Mia from Ilu Cat says, I don't know if you're trolling me. If you are, say meow. And don't read the rest. Okay, I won't read the rest then. I don't know. What's this about trolling? Now people say I'm trying to troll them. I don't know what's going on. Right, so we have a... Thank you for your donation, man. Appreciate it as always. We have a subscription here from Claude in Taiwan saying, Love your shows. Keep it up, man. South African in Taiwan. Thank you, man. Appreciate that ever so much. I love the name. Claude in Taiwan. He's Claude and he's in Taiwan. Yes, we also have a new subscriber using Amazon Prime from Antatori. Thank you for subscribing, man. Appreciate that ever so much. Okay, alright. We gotta clear this inventory. So 2 chests for the randomness. We'll just have to sit over here now. Then we probably got room to dump things in here. Thank goodness for these chests of complete and utter disarray as I dump random things into them. Cool. Now we can move some of our armors around here. I hate... I'm gonna say it again. I really hate that those diamond armor stands have good enchantments on them. It just feels wrong. It feels like they should be dummy enchants or something like that. So let's start off with all the swords. Okay, then come in the shovels and the helmets and the leggings and the thing and the that and the this. All the diamondy stuff. Put that in this chest here. Bam. Very good. Very good. Pingu the Penguin win. It says, if you were born as an animal, what animal would it have been? A human. Jeez, I was born as an animal. God, you people forget, don't you? You people forget. If you didn't have your cities and your stuff, if you were out there in the wild, you'd just be an animal. In fact, you're an animal in a concrete jungle. That's what you are. Oh. Okay, right. LX Lone Ranger XL says, as a family dairy farmer, we are always making improvements. It can be a challenge when things like RBST, which makes cows more efficient and has been proven many times to be safe, gets pushed out of the market by consumers who fear it. Thank you first of all for your subscription. Appreciate it ever so much. Yeah, I don't really know the ins and outs of that. Personally, I avoid eating meat and dairies purely because there's such a big immediate factor difference. Like, how can I put it? Like, your impact of choice is massive. But yeah, like I constantly hear GMOs. I think what you're referring to is something like GMOs. I constantly hear like a lot of back and forth talk. Some people saying like fearing GMOs, some people saying you shouldn't fear them, and like there's scientific studies that say they're fine. There's some that say they don't. It's all crazy. But the fact that you're obviously like trying to make the difference is the good thing there. And I don't know to what it was you were referring about though. Twitch Prime subscribers, refresh your stream to sub The sub shows up, says Great Cryptos. Ah, okay. That's interesting. You're no human. You're a hermit, says Spam for Days. But a hermit is a human, right? This thing is supposed... Oh, jeez, I've just walked over here to put that there, and it's not the right one. Well, whatever. GMOs might save the planet, says It's Jackal. They might, perhaps. I don't know. But also there's a load of fear around them as well. It's all just information in both directions. Raven says, Asuma is the something around the what's it, Medoodle? I don't know what you're on about. Hey, why are all your sheep upside down, says Duracell. They've been renamed to Dinner Bones so that they're not part of the mob cap and that we know that they've been renamed because they're upside down. Ponybutt says, oh my god, when did all of Asuma's sheep get flipped? Recently, Pony. Very recently. Okay, once again, I kind of feel like, did we actually do a lot this stream? Okay, that chest needs to be moved carefully because those are all in a special order. So that's not for right now. This stuff can probably get moved about. Yes, it can. We will take that. Then we've got a couple of chests here as well. So we've got fuel and more fuel and then netherrack. Netherrack has a chest, so you can go around in there. I know you must be a dung beetle, says Edward Jones. I must be a dung beetle, apparently. We've got a donation here, Noise in the Ear, from Huckle23, saying, finally I'm able to catch a Hermitcraft livestream again. Here's a quick donation for your pedal board endeavours. Thank you, my man. Appreciate that. Let's talk about some pedals. I've sent you a few more tips on Twitter. What kind of amp do you have at the moment? P.S. I was burnt of watching HC, but love the new season. Yeah, new seasons always give like a breath of fresh air. A breath of fresh air. I think I was going to say it right, then I thought I was going to say it wrong, then I said it wrong, then I said it right. Genius. Thank you for your donation, man. Appreciate that. So, okay, when it comes to guitars, right? So we're gonna move the topic on to guitars now. I love playing my guitar, right? Here's how I do it. I plug it in and I play along to a song. I don't really like do a load of techie stuff. I don't use the computer to produce it at all. I don't really know too much about all of that. There was a time when I was learning about it, but that's so long ago now, I kind of forgotten a lot of the stuff that I learned. But then to go from just plugging it into an amp and getting a good sound out of it, you need to start learning a lot about all the different equipment, like what all the different things like, you know, attack, decay, and stuff like that all mean. There's so much terminology that generally when I start researching what should I do for pedals, it's just like your brain just turns to mush because you're trying to factor in all these different opinions that people have, all these different advices that they're giving. And so generally my endeavours into looking into what to get for a pedal board so far have been kind of like, what am I supposed to do here? I've got one pedal, I'm holding it in my hands. It is the Boss TU3 chromatic tuner, so that's an obviously like no-brainer. It's just a tuner. What I want to do in my pedals, right, is I just want to get tones that sound like my favourite records, really. So I decided what I should probably do is just go look up the gear that are used on the records I really like. Oh, apparently I put chests in there, I don't know why. And just maybe buy some and try and recreate the same tones. So I'm willing to buy like a cabinet or a new amp, like a preamp, which I still don't really understand what all this stuff I'm saying is, like pedals, and I'll buy all the sort of stuff I need to get the sound. I just don't know what it is I need to actually get, and it's really confusing to understand why you need this thing or that thing. But slowly I've learnt a few things. I'm going to get a noise suppressor for playing on my H string, and then I don't know, I need to figure out the right kind of pedals to make the kind of guitar tone I want, I think. Let's hand it over to chat. So Kiwi Trav says, hey X, my choice of pedals is find the ones I like the sound of. I bring my guitar and amp to the shop to try them. Yeah, that's a good way. I kind of don't really have that luxury because I generally don't have like a lot of free time. It's more like, okay, I've got 1 hour free today, let's like play guitar until I fall asleep, you know? That's kind of how I roll. So I don't particularly like doing the research because it just feels like I spend a lot of time like doing that and not learning. I also don't like playing in front of other people. That's probably the bigger reason. Why do you say H and not B in England? H and not B? Don't understand your question there. I need a pedal for my electric piano, says I Love Cats. That's an expression pedal, isn't it? To change the volume. Right, so I cleared out all of my inventory so we could continue doing stuff with the chests back here. So you're cleaned up, that's terrific. This doesn't need to be here. That's only got a few. Oh, I thought I only had a few things in. These can go away. I should probably do this stuff off camera. It's not very interesting, is it? And then I think there was some more netherrack to be moved in here. And then we've got some prismarine blocks. Huh. Crumble says you can use something like NI Guitar Rig on your PC to work out what it sounds like and then buy the real pedals. I actually have that kind of thing already. Problem is, the one that I've got doesn't really have the same pedals as what's available to buy. Like, they've got their own little built things. Also, digital doesn't sound like analog in my experience, but it seems like it's a lot of just trial and error. You just got to try stuff and figure it out. Like, the advice I got yesterday on my H-string was to raise the pickup. And so I did that. I raised the pickups, and it actually sounded really, like, instantly made a big difference. And I've never like seen that written down anywhere, like adjust your pickups to get a different sound out of it. It never crossed my mind that I should change them. Right, let's put this stuff in here. Right, we're looking pretty cleaned up at the moment, aren't we? So what did we actually do? We built a little station here to remind us to do things like that. Over here, we dug out some area and stuff. And it kind of feels like not a lot, really. But it's always like that when we stream. Hey X is the first stream I made it to in time. Loving it so far. Becky, thank you for the kind message. VR says uptime. It's in the top right of the screen. Lovey Mag says, hi X, first stream here, what have I missed? And this is going to be your video on YouTube. This will be uploaded to the second channel. Yeah, what we've done is literally what you see. Just kind of moved a few things around in the base, tidied up some chests, dug away some dirt, and I kind of wanted to do more. Sugar King says, why are you not reading my messages? Because there are gazillions of messages and I can't read them all. Anton Shek says, hey X, what is your opinion on the drama of the server? Do you like more drama or building with both? My opinion is that I have no strong feelings about the drama on the server, okay? No strong feelings at all. That was kind of aggressive. I think I went a bit too aggressive there. What was your derp moment, says Deluxe Crafters. I forget, actually. What was my derp moment? We had one derp this stream, and I've forgotten what it was. Moshi says, how long are your streams? Like, usually 90 minutes to 2 hours, depending on my voice. As of right now, I could probably stream a little longer. My voice feels fine, but I think I'm going to wrap it up here because I need to eat. My stomach is rumbling. So that kind of concludes our stream today, I guess. And Jimmy says that sounded like strong feelings. Yeah, that was kind of the point. Like, that was a bit of an oxymoron. Peeps, massive thank you to all of you for coming by today. If you haven't hit the follow button, be sure to do so. And right now what we're going to do is a raid. So if you'd like to be a part of that, we're just going to go find someone else in the Minecraft community and send them some love. So, massive thank you to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated and cheered. All of you who hung out in chat and all of you that didn't. I appreciate you all for coming by. How do I get to Minecraft from where I am right now? Uh-oh. This might take a while for me to find someone. Right, so there's Minecraft. Okay, so I'm going to look for someone in the Minecraft community. And let's pick someone who doesn't appear to have... Right, bear with me, I'm just going to focus on this. There's a lot of people streaming in different languages. Okay, I've been given someone by my moderators, so we'll raid them. Okay, there you go. Right, I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.